Hello and welcome to another edition of the Mose Stovall Show. Man, it's Saturday night and I'm glad you're here with me. Sit back, relax. I've got a great interview lined up for you tonight. I know that you're going to enjoy it. I'm excited about it myself. This is my partner in crime, so it's going down in a major way. We have Miss D Divine tonight, so you're definitely going to enjoy this. We got a lot to talk about. Sit tight, don't go anywhere. The Mose Stovall Show is on. I'll be right back after these words. It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com. Welcome back to the Mose Stovall Show. I'm Mose Stovall, your host, and this is the lovely Miss D Divine. Miss D,
yes.
Welcome to the show, baby. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling so important now. I'm here with you.
You are, baby. You've been important. You know that. First thing I want you to do is go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are for those that don't know Miss D Divine.
Hello, everyone. My name is Miss D Divine. The D-I-V-I-N-E, that's me.
Spell it for him one more time.
The D-I-V-I-N-E, that's me. Miss D.
Give us a little background on where are you from? Born and raised where?
Born and raised in Bessemer, Alabama.
Bessemer.
Bessemer, yes.
So you are a product of Jefferson County,
Yes.
Bessemer, Alabama.
Proudly from Bessemer.
Proudly. You went to school in Bessemer City, or where'd you go to school? High school.
High school, I was supposed to go to Bessemer City or just Lanier.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm aging myself when I say just Lanier.
Aging?
However, however, I graduated from Hueytown High School
Hueytown.
because they had a show choir.
Show choir. Now you're already getting ahead of where we trying to go, girl. So you didn't go to just Lanier. You went to Hueytown. Was there any humps, hurdles you had to, get over to get there? Was that a problem?
Yes.
Or I know in the early days we could kind of do what we wanted to do. And I say early days because I was in some of them days too. But were there any hurdles you had to cross to actually get to that show choir to get into Hueytown?
Yes, initially it was. My parents had to write letters, had to speak to the principals, and hear me sing.
Right.
And once they heard me sing, they're like, well, yes.
So you did do an audition.
Actually, no, it wasn't an audition. We were in the office, and I just started singing.
They felt your heart.
So
They
yes.
saw your heart, as you might say.
I would like to be here. You guys have a show choir.
Right.
That's what happened.
So that's how this whole musical journey started.
That's it. Well, actually, in junior high school, I entered a talent show with someone who was wanting me to sing with them. You know,
Okay.
we both had that stage fright thing, and we did it, and that started it.
So junior high school, you started doing your singing thing. Anybody in your family that kind of encouraged you or inspired you to take a musical journey?
I do have a musical background. My father
Oh, okay.
is a jazz Hall of Famer,
Wow.
so there was music at the house all the time. All kinds of show tunes and show choir. It drew me into the show choir.
Right.
And theater. I love theater. So that's what happened. Yes.
Was he a vocalist or instrumentalist? What did he do? What was your dad's role in jazz?
He was both.
Oh,
And
wow.
He could sing like Nat King Cole, and he also
Looked
played.
like him too, yo.
He also played drums, so his nickname was Boomer.
Boomer.
And he sang and played drums. Yes.
And he was a jazz Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is.
What a great background to be from. Great lineage.
It really is.
And college, what kind of, you said theater, so give me something about your training.
JSU, Jacksonville State University.
The
Go Gamecocks. That's where I got my training.
What was your major in school? What kind of background?
Double
did you have?
major in theater and music.
Okay, music major and a
Yes.
theater major.
Double major. Yes.
Wow. So how much of that theater thing have you put to that major have you put to use in this life?
In this life, every time you hit the stage is the stage. A show is a show.
I love that answer because that's what you do. You bring it, each and every time.
I love it.
and you've had some very great opportunities. I know that. I watched you years ago. You sang in a club in Birmingham for years. How was that? I mean, because so many people wanted that. I even wanted that. I sat in the audience like, wow, not just at you, but there was so much stardom on a local level.
Yes.
And then they brought all these stars in there as well. But how did you even get involved with the French Quarters?
The French Quarters, it was a place where all the premier singers sang.
Right.
And believe it or not, I did not audition to sing there. I didn't even know about the French Quarters. I got a phone call to come there. I never auditioned.
Everybody had to audition.
That's what they said.
Everybody that sang at the French Quarter, and I got a little story like that because I sang there once, no audition. I got pulled up out of the crowd. One of the guys were having a problem on stage and having a problem with the engineer, and he acted a fool till they put him out. Rest his soul, Mr. Irvin Abercrombie. And I said, hey man, I'm ready. And they pulled me up and I was able to do one night.
Wow.
At the French Quarters.
Wow.
But you got a phone call, so how did it all start though? What did you do to get that whole body in the door? Not a leg, because when I went to the French Quarters, you were there.
I know. It was just a phone call. I went, had a talk with management, talked the money thing, of course, and that was it.
How often did you guys do these shows at the French Quarter?
Every single weekend there was live music upstairs at
Correct.
the French Quarters. And occasionally we would travel. We would take the tour bus and travel to other states that would have us come in and do balls for them.
So the French Quarters took their bands, because there were several. I know the band there. Were there more than one band?
Yes. There was Phase 2.
Okay.
And then there was The Connection.
See, I'm trying to get these folks some history.
French Connection Band.
French Connection Band.
The
And
French
Phase 2.
Connection. And Phase
Phase
2.
2 was hot.
Yes.
The French Connection was hot. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. What were you a part of? Which band were you in?
Well, I would do both.
Okay.
Because through the week, Phase 2 would play downstairs.
Okay.
And I would go in and sing with them. And on the weekend, I would go upstairs. sing
And the
with
show was always hot.
Big guns.
The show was always hot. There was a lot of people. People would come from out of town.
Yes.
People would, it was just the talk of the town. And that little area, you had clubs all around doing things, but there was nothing like the French Quarters. How was that experience in your life? What did that do for you?
You know, when you're in it and you're doing it, it's just the thing you're doing. You're having a fantastic time. And then you look back and realize, wow, that was really a big deal.
It was.
That was a big deal.
It was.
We were able to open shows for a lot of the artists that came
Correct.
to Birmingham. As a matter of fact, when I heard that Ronnie Wilson of the Gap Band passed away,
Right.
I was talking to the bass player at the French Quarters, Willie Moore, and mentioning that we actually did a show with the Gap Band, with Brick, and believe it or not, Cameo was the headliner on that show.
I can believe it.
It was great. So yes, we had the opportunity to open for many stars at that time. So.
And you guys were stars before your time, legends before your time. You've worked with some great musicians around Birmingham, and you still continue to take this musical ride. We'll talk about some more of that stuff on the other side. But the French Quarters, what was next after you? How long was that ride?
Wow. Just to say, it was a very nice, lengthy ride, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So.
Did you age backwards? Did you go backwards?
People tell me that.
You look.
How do you still look like the girl that sang at
Correct.
the French Quarters?
Now you talk about Phase 2. You talk about the French Connection. I remember you being in a girl group there. What was that?
Wow. Yes.
These things I just know. Come on.
You know, when I was asked to come sing there, they always had the girls and the guys and nothing different. And I really said I would love to sing with a girl group. It would just be fantastic. En Vogue was hot then, SWV, and all of the girl groups of the 90s. So I asked and they were like, okay.
What was the name of the girl group?
4 Shades of Ecstasy. It was 4 girls.
Oh, I thought it was 3. So it was,
was
4
4
girls.
It was 4 girls.
4 Shades of Ecstasy.
Yes.
And y'all was hot. Fine. and getting it in. I'm telling you, I was there. I came, and that was some of my most exciting. I wanted to see you guys, the girls. You know, a bunch of guys up there doing their things, but I always wanted to see the girls, and y'all brought it.
Yes.
Who was doing your choreography and all that stuff?
Kawanda would do the choreography. We all would have a hand in it, but she loved to dance, and she still does. And she would choreograph all of that, and then I'd fly to California and go get us, the hot outfits and the bodysuits and everything. And so it was just a collective. We all did our thing, because Dina loved to dance, and Samel helped us with our vocals. So TJ, everyone had, played an intricate role in making 4 Shades of Ecstasy.
I heard you talk about Willie. Are you in contact with any of the other musicians and vocalists that were a part of that big ride you guys took?
Yes, occasionally. I speak with Willie quite frequently. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the other guys, I see them here and there.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to take a break, Miss D. I hate to do that because, I'm having such a great conversation with you. But, again, I want to welcome you here to the Mose Stovall Show. This is dear to my heart. We're going to take a break. I'll be right back after these messages.
It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I still got the lovely Miss D Divine here with me. And, man, we're just having a great conversation. And we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Now, we stopped off talking about some of the journeys you've taken, and mainly about the French Quarters and some of the bands you've sang with. And we're going to have to fast forward this thing because, it's a lengthy thing. We ain't going to tell our ages. Remember, we're glad to be gracefully aging.
Mature,
definitely. Because nothing gets old but money and clothes, and you can work and make more money to buy new clothes.
I agree. And I always say, I'm never letting an old lady move in here.
Ooh, I like that.
Your age is a thing that's a natural progression.
Right.
But getting old is a choice.
Right. Well, can I ask you, what year was the French Quarter, the first year?
It was 90-something, early.
90-something. Okay. So we ain't asking her age, I just asked her when did that start, because here's my next question. What still inspires you, because you never lose that luster to want to do this? Every time I call you, you got a book that I ain't the only person calling you. People don't know that. Y'all think Miss D just sang with me. Miss D is busy on her own, and I'm glad about that, because it does my heart good to see her working, because I work a lot, with and without Miss D, but there's always a us. When I'm out there doing it, it's a us. When she's doing it, it's a us.
It's a we thing.
It's a we thing, because we're both in our hearts.
Yes.
We take each other on stage, whether we're there together or not. And when we're together, oh y'all. But what inspires you to continue to have all that luster that you have? Some of the things that people love to hate.
Yes. I know for a fact that this is a gift that is to be given away.
Right.
And it's a love thing for me. I want to put love in the room. I want people to forget about whatever trials or whatever circumstances are going on in life that, always cloud your mind. Like to make blue skies happen for your mind. Blue skies. And that's what inspires me, that I get to give this gift and people receive it and just, be in the moment. And it's just an awesome thing to know that I was chosen to have this gift.
Right.
And so I never take it for granted. I'm always excited to have an opportunity to use it or to present it and to give it. And that's what keeps me, I just love it. Like, who gets to do that? Like to really inspire other people, or to really make someone smile, or to really make someone just dial in the moment and forget about everything else and just be right there and enjoying it. I just love it.
Okay, I like that. How are you able, though, to give so much love through your gift? I know it's a gift because we share it regularly. We pray before everything we do, and I know keeping God in front of it keeps us looking like this.
Absolutely.
And keeps us going.
Yes.
But how is it when people sometimes tend to kind of toot their nose up and don't like what you do? How does that make you feel? The hate.
it makes me feel a little, I don't want to say sorry for them, but in a way I do. It's like it pulls on my heart when other people don't enjoy just being themselves.
Correct.
And have so much judgment for others when no one's perfect.
Right.
Not one.
Right.
Is
None of
perfect
us.
or righteous.
Right.
So it does. I just have a place in my heart when people don't like me or what I do, and I'm okay with it. I mean, it
Right.
is what it is.
It
you
is.
know, that song is yin yang in this thing. So you're gonna have the opposites. You know, you need a
Right.
battery, needs negative, it needs
Right.
positive.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so you just take it in stride and know that whatever thing is going on with them, they're projecting it to you. It's not you. You don't even really know these people.
Right.
Like, not most of them you don't, but yes.
Now, you've sang with some major people. Been a part of major groups. You know, you've done some things with Hammer and B.
Yes.
How was that? I mean, traveling, doing things outside the box, the platters. You know, how was that early stuff like with B? Because everybody was young.
Yes.
First time out for a lot of people. You guys were doing dancing, vocals. You know, how was that? And how did you even become a part of that? The B thing.
Oh my gosh, it was such a long time ago. I got a call about that.
The phone just be ringing.
I got a call about that. And she was getting ready to do some of her own, like, personal lead vocal things on her own, some solo things. And that's what happened. Got that call, and we went and did that.
You were actually
And was able
doubling her, wasn't you?
That girl can sing. And we actually even the part that I really love, flying on MC Hammer's private jet.
Hammer.
Oh my goodness. You really forget what day it is because Hammer worked. And we would be in one city and going to the next city, and you'd have to have your luggage outside your hotel room the night before the plane left because it was so many people. It was a
Wow.
man.
MC Hammer. How was he to be around? What kind of person was Hammer?
What you see is what you get with him. He's always just so giving and so caring. Always.
Always giving, always caring.
Yes.
Blessing. That's a blessing. That can rub off on people.
Yes.
And this platter thing. Now, I know for a fact that you've been around the world
Yes.
because I was there
Yes.
when you were going around the world.
Yes.
How did that feel to be tapped? I know I kind of had the conversation with you, and I can remember. Tell the people how it feels to be part of such a nostalgic thing.
Wow. Let me find words for this. It's like having an out-of-body experience. It really is. It is bigger than you can imagine.
Right.
It is the kind of thing that you would dream of, not necessarily knowing that it would happen on that big of a scale.
Right.
I remember singing on stage with Mary Wilson once, and I was singing and I was saying, the sea of people were out there, and I was like, one day these people are going to come and hear me, and they're going to come to see me. Never seen what I'm doing, you know, that it would happen, and until I went out of the country and saw a picture on the side of a bus of me.
Wow, not just the bus, billboards as big as life.
You know, like at the Galleria Mall, like we go to these malls, and the pictures would be as high as the ceiling. And I would want to know, like, I just want to go to the mall to grab a pair of shoes, or they were like, no, Miss D, no, you cannot go.
Right.
I was like, well, why?
To be chauffeured, to be just catered to, you know, sharing
and it has security at the mall. I didn't understand initially, like, it was the big thing that it is when you go across the pond. Yes.
What's the difference?
Spaces.
And what's the difference for you doing the big thing with the platters and doing just what we do normally? You know, because we get to still do big things, but nothing compares to the love and the gifts that we're given.
Yes, I have so many gifts from so many beautiful people, and I'll say right now, thank you again, and thank you again. I love them, and I love you all.
Right.
Just caring so much and being so protective, you know, and making sure we're taking care of every little thing. I don't even have to hold my tea.
Nothing.
It is incredible. And I don't take that for granted. And I don't treat those people like peasants or slaves.
Right,
I'm
right.
so grateful. I want to make sure they're eating when we're eating and whatever they need, that they're okay, because it's amazing to go somewhere and when you have to go to the restroom, security will go make everyone leave.
The CR?
The CR.
The comfort room.
The comfort room. They will,
It's educational. It's an educational thing.
It really is.
What about some of the foods? What's some of your favorite foods when you're abroad?
Oh my goodness.
In
Oh my
Asia.
goodness. I love the Malaysian food.
Right. The food is just delicious
is
over there. The
delicious.
experience is priceless. I want to ask you about, real quick before we go, how was it working with the late, great Rooster?
Oh,
Mr. Lockhart.
Rooster Lockhart of the world famous platters.
He's dearly missed you.
This guy was
dearly
phenomenal. He wanted everything pristine, everything the way the Platters had
Yes.
it originally. That's the way we did it. He had style and class. We always had to dress the part, and we still
Oh, wow.
do. But he was always meticulous
Yes.
about how everything was, including himself. His dress was phenomenal.
clean.
Like the little ladies, the young girls were always after him, and he is dearly missed. Just loved having Rooster.
And
to
what
be a
about
part of my journey?
Yes. What about Big Daddy E?
Big Daddy E.
Working with this guy.
He has the it thing,
Yes, Lord.
the thing. Like, I'm singing with him on stage and I can feel the thing. Like, this is incredible. He oozes his passion for this music thing. It is so effortless and so easy. And he's light on his feet, and he's just amazing. Just phenomenal to work with. And the notes that we sing, they have to be exactly like the record.
Yes.
Oh yes, he can hear them.
The Emperor of Soul.
he can
It's amazing that he hears them.
And not only can he hear them, he will sing them for you.
Yes, while he's doing that thing.
Yes, while he's doing that thing.
So,
Big Daddy E. My goodness.
Yes.
I love you, Pop.
yeah, so the experience of singing with the Platters and doing all these big things,
Yes.
I know you're very thankful and very grateful to God. I want to ask you one more thing before we go, because I'm going to have to bring you back, D. We need a whole hour to talk.
Oh my.
This pandemic thing has come about, and did it affect you? I know it affected our pockets, it affected our travel. Has it affected you in any way, your family?
Well, it definitely turned things around.
Okay.
And thankfully not upside down.
Okay.
Things just turned around. There were times we had to make adjustments for how we move. I am grateful to say that my family is all well. Everyone is healthy. I've had a couple of people in my family to actually contract that
Pandemic.
virus thingy, and but they all made it. They all lived.
Okay.
I do know people who actually passed away, but I also know that your time is your time.
Amen.
Your number was already determined, predestined. I believe that. You have a time to come and a time to depart. So how that happens, we don't ever know.
Right.
So nothing is really shocking in that way.
Right,
But as
right.
far as the pandemic, everything was good. Everything has been good. Nothing got turned off.
Right. That's a
You have
blessing.
to make sure when you're on this journey that you're putting back, and making sure that you can be taken care of.
Right. I like that about you.
Like this.
I like that about you.
Yes.
Well, we got to get out of here. Look, like I said, I'm going to have to bring Miss D back. But can you encourage anybody before we go? Give them a word of encouragement before we get out of here.
Absolutely. Whatever is your ideal heart's desire, yours. Follow that. Follow your instincts. Follow your passion. And the main thing is when someone else tells you that something is hard, don't believe them because it's only hard for them. And I had that experience, and so I always tell people, please don't tell other people, oh, that's going to be hard. Someone told me singing is hard, learning the music is hard. And I'm like, really? And it set me back a little bit initially. So just believe yourself. Believe your passion and do that well. Do it every day, all day. Do it until you're satisfied.
Hey, what a way to go. We got to get out of here, y'all, man. I love you guys. I love you, Miss D.
I love you, Mose Stovall.
And I'll have her back here, y'all, soon. I got to.
I love you.
Because we got so much more to talk about. But in the meantime, I'll be back after these words.
It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com.
Oh, yeah. I told you I had a great interview lined up for you tonight. And I hope you guys really enjoy Miss D Divine sitting in on the Mose Stovall Show. What a great interview. And I hope you can appreciate some of the information that you found out, some things that you might not have known. Miss D's a lovely voice and a lovely spirit. She's been doing this for quite a while. And I'm just glad to have her take this ride with me, this musical ride. So in parting, once a task has just begun, never leave it until it's done. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. I want to thank you guys for joining me, not just this week, but every week right here on the Mose Stovall Show. Be it God's will, I'll catch you back right here next week. Same time, same station. Until then, you guys be good. Bye.
I'm international. I do my thing. I'm on the radio and Lord I sing. If you wanna see me, I'm on TV. Just look me up and there I'll be. I'm international. I do my thing. I'm on the radio and Lord I sing. If you wanna see me, I'm on TV. Just look me up.